everyone, welcome to Chef Kitchen. So today we're going to have roast potato. So it is another Christmas recipe. So if you want to learn how to do the roast potato, you can always tune in and have some tips on how to do this. So when you are having a difficult time to prepare everything in one go, you can always freeze this one. So when you prepare this, you can always freeze in the freezer and then just bake it. So just reheat it for like 10 minutes to 15 minutes, then you are good to go with your roast potato. So now what are we going to do is just prepare everything. So your oven should be preheated for me, I'm using the gas oven. So I will do it in 180 degrees. So it's on the 6 mark of your oven, so if you have the gas oven. And now, what I'm going to do with this one, if we are going to preheat the oven on that temperature, we are going to preheat also our oil. So you have to get your tray and preheat your oil as well. You see that? So it's around like 2 to 3 tablespoons of olive oil. So this is like the best, the healthiest option that you can get. But it's Christmas, so you always eat the bad foods anyway. So you can always put the butter if you want, but for me, olive oil will be fine. So I'm just cooking like 4 pieces of our medium-sized roast potatoes here. So I don't want to waste anything. And after that, that will be in the oven. So this will be in the oven now. So we're going to preheat that. So it will be just there. And now, all you have to do is just have the cold water in the pan like this, like what I'm having now. So all we need to do with this is we are going to boil the potatoes. Wait, just gonna put that in. And now we are going to peel our potato. So you always, when you boil the potato, always start with the cold water. So don't start to heat up your pan with the water yet. So just wait for all the potatoes. So we'll just peel it one by one. So I have time to do this. So roast potato is just so easy to do. So everyone can just follow this recipe, and it's really simple to just do it. So you just cut this one into half, so like this. So this size will be enough, and then put that inside, and we'll do the rest of the potato. So we'll just peel it one by one here. So if you have like a bigger size of potato, of course you have to just cut it to the size that you wanted. But make sure if you're not going to have like an even size, at least closer. Okay, so at least when you cook your potato, it will cook evenly as well. So in all the potato that you slice, that's it. We are having 2 more of the potato. So we'll just peel this all out. For me, this one, it's okay. What I'm going to do is just cut this part. So I don't mind this. Just don't want to waste anything. Here. So this is still good to cook. Here. So this is so easy. It's because we don't need to add anything on this, like much ingredients when you roast the potatoes. And roast potatoes is always there on Christmas, so we are going to do this. So here, and I'm going to cut again the same size as we cut the rest of the potato here. So that will be inside our pan. And I'm just gonna peel the last potatoes that I have here. So just tune in for the rest of the show as well. So we are going to have like a Christmas special this week until the Christmas. And we also have a live show again on Saturday. So I might do a dessert on Saturday for Christmas. So what I'm going to do with this part again, I will just cut this part off here and cut this potato again same way. So now we are going to boil this. So just put your pan into a high heat, okay, until it boils. So we leave that. Just gonna wash my hand here. Just gonna wipe this off. Okay. And now there is some ingredients that needs to be in. So what I'm going to do is we'll just slice our, while we are waiting for our potatoes to be boiled, we are going to slice our garlic cloves. So I'm having 2 pieces of garlic cloves and also a thyme there. That's it. So garlic is here. Just gonna mash this. So we are going to boil the potato into like 9 minutes to 10 minutes maximum, until, don't just overcook the potatoes because we are going to bake it, so to make it roast. Okay, so we don't overcook our potatoes in the pan. So here, so we are going to do the same way with the other one. Here, so we just cut this part that we don't need. So we always don't need that part, and cut this, and just cut this one to tiny pieces. See how easy it is? So since we only have like a small amount of potatoes that we have, so we are going to put only 2 garlic cloves in there. Here. So I'll just make it finer a bit. So just chop it up like this way. It's easier to just cut it into small pieces of our garlic. So here, garlic in there. Here. See? Easy, right? Just gonna do it one more time. So I want it to be like really fine. Here. So when you roast the potatoes, like you are going to put this garlic and thyme in the roasting pan, but just don't do it the first time you roast a potato. So you have to put this one halfway through the cooking. So it's like 30 minutes you put the potatoes in the oven to roast it. So another 30 minutes you put this stuff in. So you don't want to have like dark bits and pieces also of the garlic. So sometimes it's quite bitter when you roast the garlic for too long. So I will just put this one in a bowl here. 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 So if I also roast carrots, so I also put the same recipe like thyme and also this garlic as well. So what we are going to do with this one, so thyme will be here as well. So here. So you can always put also rosemary on this, that will be fine, but for me thyme will be enough. Okay, so here. So I'm just gonna put a little bit more of the thyme. So here, see that here. See, that's our thyme. And here, so another one. So I think that will be enough for our potatoes, since we don't put more of the potatoes in. And now we are going to put salt on that mixture. Of course, we're gonna have to season it with the salt, and of course pepper. So that's it. So what I'm going to do with this one, I'll just make sure that all ingredients, it's mixed well. Just gonna pinch like this. So all the juices of our garlic is mixed up with our thyme and also salt and pepper. You see that? So that goes in with our roast potatoes. Who doesn't want roast potatoes and also gravy on that, right? So that will be okay. Now we're going to set this aside. So I'm going to just wash my hand. Now it's done. Just make sure, just gonna wipe this here and wipe also our chopping board. So chopping board's here, out, and we don't need this. So here it is. And now we are back to our roast potatoes. I mean our potatoes here. So in 3 minutes this will be okay. So the reason why we boil our potatoes first is to get that crunch, and it should be fluffy in the middle when you open it. So you have that crunchy from the outside and then fluffy also from the inside. So that's the trick. Because some people will just cut the potatoes and then straight away roasted it, so you won't get the same quality of the potatoes that you get here. So you have to get through this step. So if you have a question on this cooking, you can always ask. And also if you have the suggestion of the Christmas recipe that you want me to do, you can always tell me. So thank you everyone for tuning in. So Yana Speak, Marisol Vera, Saison, Diaper Queen. Hello, hello. So now, so we just wait for it to be boiled. So I think in 3 to 4 minutes that will be fine. Let me just get the timer. So at least we can time this off. So the timer is always handy when you roast something, especially when you have a feast, or shall we say your family is there waiting for things to be done quick. And sometimes when you have everything in the oven and everything to be cooked, so you're out of time to do it, so timer is always okay not to burn anything. Okay, so that's the tip for cooking the Christmas, which is always been busy every time you cook Christmas dinner or Christmas lunch. So we don't need this. I'm just gonna get rid of our knife. We are back with our potatoes. Hope it's okay. I think it's boiling now. So once our potato is already boiled, you have to rest it for like 1 minute to 2 minutes just to have the steam out of the potatoes and let the potatoes breathe, because after that we are going to roast that. Okay? It's okay. Our potatoes is okay now. So I will just give it for another 2 minutes. here. And then we are done. So I just don't want to overcook my potatoes. So I don't want to have like a mushy potatoes already before I put it in the oven. So that will be fine. Just waiting for our potatoes. So you have to be patient. So, and also please, hi Maricel Vera. Thank you for being here always. And also Diaper Queen. Hi Diaper Queen. So Yana speak. Hello, hello. So we are making our Christmas special. So just have to tune in guys within this week because I'm having a lot of Christmas recipe to show you guys. So at least you have an idea before Christmas. So it's just easy for you like to guide you through those recipe. So the recipe that you want me to do. So that's why I'm telling you, you can always suggest any recipe to me so I can make it for you. So at least your Christmas will be fun with your family. Hi Joy Joy. And now our potatoes is ready. So I'm just gonna drain this. So if you have a colander, it will be fine. You can just put in a colander, but if you're going to make like this much of potatoes only, you don't need a colander to do the job. So this will be okay. And now we are just going to let the potatoes breathe in there. So I'm just gonna close this one up and I will just set this aside. So we are ready for that potatoes in. So here. So that's it. So remember we have the tray with the olive oil inside our oven. So we'll get back to that in a minute. So what I'm going to do, just shake this one up. So you just need this potato to be a little bit dry. So when it steams, it's dry out. So 1 minute to 2 minutes will be fine for that. Okay, so we are just going to just put this aside and we are back with our potatoes and our oil here. So that will be it. So that's our oil with the potatoes. See that? So what I'm going to do with this one is, so just be careful not to spill anything. So we are going to put in the hot oil. So just put it one by one because this is really hot. And you can see, so it's like frying off. So you can hear that. So you just be careful to do this one. So all you need to do is just do this one at a time. So have the patience to do it because this is too hot. So you don't want the splash of that oil in you. So that's it. Here. So at this point, what you're going to do with this is just put salt and pepper first. So this mix are going inside as potatoes 30 minutes before it's going to cook. So just remember that. Okay. So salt and pepper in our potatoes. So that's it. And pepper in. And of course, we are going to put the salt. So salt in the food and salt in the kitchen. So always there will be a salt in the kitchen every time. And this one will be in the oven. So this will be in the oven for 30 minutes before we put that in. Okay, just want to explain to you one thing. That's it. So the reason why you have to have this timer, so when you put that potato in the oven for 30 minutes, in every 15 minutes you have to turn that potatoes that slices of potatoes in there, so you have like an even crispy potatoes that you have for your dinner. So I'm just gonna make this one into 15 minutes more, because I'm going to turn that potatoes after 15 minutes. So you can always have the timer, like you can just check the time, the watch that you have, it's all okay. But this is very important. This process is very important for the potatoes, just to have like an evenly crispy potatoes that you have. Now, after that, so I'll give you a magic. So I have a magic trick again. So who is here as makeup artist? Hello! So I have a magic again. Ta-da! You want to see the magic? So I already prepared our roast potatoes. So I prepared some for you guys. I just reheat it in the oven. So I have these potatoes, roast potatoes in. See, did you see that? So that's the perfect roast potatoes that I have. Okay. I can even smell the smells of garlic, the smells of thyme in that. It's all good. So this is how I make my roast potatoes. So please guys, don't forget to like these videos and also share this recipe as well. And please try this recipe on. So Christmas is coming. We don't want to disappoint our visitors without roast potatoes in our plate. So roast potato should be there on your Christmas dinner. So what I'm going to do this, just gonna plate this. So nice, and it's still hot. That is our lovely roast potatoes. So I want to have that crunch and also know that like a golden color there. So that's really, really nice. And when you pour some gravy on these potatoes, this is to die for. So that's our lovely potatoes there. Yum! Here, just gonna get rid of that so it's still hot. See, so that's how I make my roast potatoes. You see how lovely our roast potatoes is? So please guys, check it out. Hi Saison. Check it out, all the recipe that you needed for our Christmas, and we have to serve it for our family. So just make sure to just cook it properly. So what my advice to you when you cook Christmas dinner, so you can always pre-cook some bits and pieces before the same day, because you can always roast potato, you can always freeze this and just put it in the oven for like 5 minutes to 10 minutes and preheated it, and that will be it. So it's just so easy for you guys to do it. So that's it. So see you tomorrow again for another Christmas recipe. So please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell if you haven't hit yet. And also follow us on Instagram and our Facebook page. So you can always see me there. And we always post the latest picture and the latest recipe that you needed. So thank you guys for coming. See you guys tomorrow. Mwah.